Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jamie, aka Razalaz J. Today, as you can tell by the title, I'm sure I did a whole look on my eyes. Today I used the Dream Street palette by Kathleenlights. Kathleenlights is one of my, she doesn't know me, but she's my girl. I love her so much. I feel like we're so compatible, if that makes sense. A lot of my friends are Aquariuses, a lot of my best friends are Aquariuses, and she's an Aquarius. I feel like we would have a really good relationship if we were friends. But anyway, anything that she does I will support, so I wanted to show how I got this look on my eyes by using this palette. If you are excited or if you're interested in seeing how I came up with this look, then please keep on watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching with me. So sorry if that intro was super choppy. I did my best. I wasn't very happy with how it came out. But anyway, back to the tutorial. I am using my Born This Way concealer to prep my eyes, and then I will just go ahead and set that. Like I mentioned, I'm using the Dream Street palette with Kathleenlights and ColourPop. I'm taking my blending brush from Sephora collection and picking up the color Spark. And I'm going to be tapping that in the outer corner and then lightly blending that inwards. I'm tapping this color in so I can get the most color payoff and blending it inwards towards my crease. As you can see, I'm not being very precise with this shade. I'm kind of putting it all over, really building up the color. This next shade I'm going to be using in the outer corner with my e.l.f. Cosmetics brush. This was the first time I really used that blue shadow in this palette, so I was very impressed by the pigment. So at this point, you will see I will go back and forth with the Sephora collection brush and my e.l.f. Cosmetics brush with the same colors that I initially used to make sure that everything is nice and blended. You want to make sure you're blending all the time. You don't want any harsh edges. This next shade I'm using is kind of going to be a transition shade or an in-between shade between the blue and the pink shades, just to make sure everything is nice and blended. I want it to look like a nice flowed gradient. In the next few steps, you'll see I go back in with the blue and then I go out and blend it again. I continue to do this just until I can get the right amount of blend and I'm happy with how the gradient looks.
Temperatures, Jim.
Now we are going to be cutting the crease. This is one of my favorite brushes to cut my crease with. It's from ALAMAR Cosmetics in a set. It's called their flat painter brush. This is super easy for me to cut my crease. I kind of just follow my eye socket. I'm trying to extend the concealer about halfway or a little bit more than halfway on my lid to make sure there's a nice flow and nice gradient. You'll see I do this weird tilt thing with my head. I'm just trying to look straight and make sure that it's even and symmetrical on both sides. After setting the concealer on my lid, I'm taking this blue shade called Mermaid Boy and I'm going to apply that towards the middle of my eyelid first. I want the outer blue corner blue and the Mermaid Boy shadows to kind of blend together. You will see I go back and forth with the blending brush from ELF with a little bit of blue, and then back again with the Mermaid Boy shadow as well. I want to make sure everything is nice and blended. I want to make sure everything kind of looks cohesive. I go back in with my Sephora collection brush to make sure there are no harsh edges and make sure everything is blended. So just following the same exact steps on my other eye. Kaleidoscope is one of my favorite colors in the palette. I'm just going to use my finger and trying to be super close to my lash line. I'm going to lightly tap and kind of create a contrast effect. Because I felt I went too high with that Kaleidoscope shade, I go back in with Mermaid Boy and just fill in towards the top. Using this really light shade called Moony, I'm going to go ahead and put that in my inner corner and below my brow bone. For liner, I'm going to be using my Fenty Beauty Fly liquid liner. I love this liner so much. It's so easy to use. And then off camera, I apply my lashes from LILLY Lashes and Sephora collection in the style MYKONOS. This is nothing new. I'm using my Born This Way concealer from Too Faced to highlight. And I'm using my beauty blender to really sharpen out the edges to make sure everything looks nice and sharp with my eyeshadow. For setting powder, I'm using my Lancome matte setting powder. And for contour, I'm going to be using my Kat Von D contour kit. This irritated me so much how I got out of frame, and I do apologize. Sorry guys. Next, I'm using my butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. Also nothing new. This is still one of my favorites. Moving on to lips, I'm using two products, actually three products from ColourPop Cosmetics. I love ColourPop lip products so much. This lip liner is also from Kathleenlights, and the lip gloss is also from Kathleenlights. This is one of my favorite highlighters from ColourPop. It gives you that really wet effect and it's super gleaming. Going back to the eyes, I'm going to take this brownish purple underneath my waterline, and I'm going to be using a pencil brush from Sephora collection. I'm also going to take that blue Water Bearer shade and I'm going to blend that in and use another eyeshadow brush to make sure everything is nice and blended. After taking the Flexitarian in my inner corners, this basically completes our look. Thank you so much for watching with me, everyone. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time.